I was talking with a family member about a few days ago about moving to Canada as an international student, and I feel like moving to Canada as an international student where you already have like a BSc or an MSc is just a waste of money. For me, in my own opinion, it's a waste of money. But depending like what your goals are and if you really want to come to school. But if you're looking to Japan, I feel like moving to Canada when you already have a BSc and a master's is just a waste of time. Like it's just a waste of, maybe not a waste of time, but like a waste of money, because you're coming here to do like a 1 year program in, maybe let's say, information technology. And information technology, it's a very good like course of study. But right now, I know people that haven't studied information technology that are working in care homes to get PR. So is it wise for you to study information technology, struggle all that 2 years, diploma, school fees, everything with accommodation, spend all those money? You're looking at spending a minimum of like 30 to 40 thousand dollars. After that, you have to try to get ITA or work in a care home. After working in a care home 1 year, most care homes are even signing 2 years contract right now. It is really not a good idea. I would advise that anybody coming to Canada that already have a master's, join the express entry pool. Like, I cannot overemphasize saying this. Join the express entry pool. Try to write French. I came across this French company. I've not dealt with them before. I just saw somebody post it, a very influential YouTuber, a very influential Canadian person posted it and said a lot of people have been using this French school, and for 9 months they'll help you to get like a band 5 or 6 or something like that. And I sent it to a cousin of mine that wants to study French and say, I think you should look into this. So what I'm trying to say is that this person wants to come to Canada as an international student. The school fees was about 17 to 18 thousand dollars thereabout. Currently, the proof of fund is 20,600 and no 20,635. Yeah, 20,635 Canadian dollars for one person coming to Canada. So I'll basically say, before, if you didn't have all this money, it's still doable because we didn't have so much inflation and all of that. So it's still doable for you to come to Canada as one person. And if you already have your tuition, you can work and like pay your rent, your bills, you can feed and all of that. But if you don't have your complete tuition, guys, please don't come to Canada hoping that you will work and pay your second semester school fees and pay your rent. It can't be done. It cannot be done. Like, I think I heard one YouTuber even talk about this about a few months ago. She came to Canada to do her masters, and she spoke about coming to Canada without your complete tuition, hoping that you'll be able to raise the money to pay the tuition for the second semester, as well as work and pay your rent, your bills, and feed. It is not doable. It is not. It's not that I don't even think. I know about 3 people that have dropped out from Canadian university and college. One person was in college and 2 was in university that dropped out to return back home because the only option they had was asylum. Due to the exchange rate, their parents were not able to even facilitate the payment of their tuition fee anymore. So please, guys, if you're coming to Canada, you don't have your complete tuition, I advise you join the express entry if you're qualified for that. Like, for me, I'm one person that if I feel like, oh, this is my goal, and if you look at it, I even looked at that French school. They said their tuition was about $150 every month, and you have to study with them for a period of 9 months. And they also said that the classes was 3 times in a week. I think it's an online class, because I just sent all information to my cousin that's interested. I said, look, this is the French school that I was able to find for you. I heard many reviews, like people in the comment section said very nice things about them. I think you should go for it. I don't think it's wise for you to come to Canada on a study visa and spend all those money. And another thing I want to even say is, coming to Canada to study things like business admin, like admin, international relation, international business studies. That's crazy. I don't want you to spend all those money to come study something that is meaningless. Because okay, like banking and finance and like those courses are ridiculous. Don't come to Canada to study those. Don't waste all those tuition, all those money to come here to study business admin. Don't do that. It's for me, it's not wise. I know somebody that came to Canada, studied 4 years and did psychology, and right now she's working in a care home and earning like $16 an hour. So it is not advisable to do that. Don't do that. If you're coming to Canada, look at the occupations that are in demand. Look at what Canada needs and try to streamline into those professions and say, okay, Canada wants nurses. Can I do nursing? Okay, Canada wants trade people. Can I do trade? Can I do carpentry? Can I do plumbing? Can I do, because when you're coming here, it's like survival of the fittest. Like I don't even know how to explain it to you guys, because sometimes when you explain to people that live in Nigeria what these things are, they really don't believe you until they get here and they're like stranded and they have to either file for asylum or go back. And going back is not an option for them and they have to file for asylum. And one thing about filing for that asylum that I really, really hate is because when a lot of students come into Canada and they're filing for asylum, it just makes, for me, it makes the country look bad. Because when like people that really just want to come here to visit apply, most likely they will not give them visa because of the number of international students that have come in and applied for asylum. So for me, I don't think that the asylum route is the best route. I know two people that advised against it, and one went back home and said, okay, they're going to try to come back and all of that, and one decided to stay and deal with their whole asylum thing. That's, I wish them all the best with that. But what I'm trying to say is that, guys, if you're coming to Canada, try as much as possible to pay your tuition fee. Like pay your tuition fee. Try as much as possible to even have your living expenses. I know not everybody's gonna have it, and I know some people may even bash me for this video, but that's the truth, because you don't want to come to Canada and be stranded. I was speaking to this friend of mine who was like, Canada is so cold. Like, we have almost 6 months of winter. You don't want to be stranded and have no place to live. And here in Canada, the truth about abroad is that people hardly house people. People hardly house people, because when somebody is coming to your house, that person has to maybe stay in the guest room. That guest room has to be heated. That's, you have to pay more gas, maybe more electricity, depending on the heating. If they have heat pumps, that heat pumps have to run. The person may not like your meals. The person have to cook their own food. Then you have to pay for that. It's a lot. That's extra water, extra electricity, extra gas bills, and like, you don't know this, like, it's just so inconvenient. That's why most people don't like to house people abroad. So you don't want to find yourself in that situation of coming and just being in a very terrible situation. And another thing I want to say is that if you're married, I would rather, like, I'm not an immigration officer or anything, but if you're married, I'd rather couples come together, like study a master's that is over 16 months, so that your partner can have an open work permit. And if your partner has an open work permit, the partner can work. And when the partner is working, they can be paying the rent and helping you out with your tuition fee. This is what one of my friends that moved to the UK did. And she called me, she was like, Steph, I'm so thankful that you gave me this advice and blah, 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 blah. And I know UK currently, they don't do that anymore, that you can go with your partner and all of that, but Canada still does it. You can come with your common law partner. The common law partner will get an open work permit as far as the master's is over 16 months. So I think it's something people should also look into if you're not planning to join the express entry. But for me, best bet, I believe express entry is the easiest, fastest way to come to Canada right now. The fringe draws are absolutely low. I think the last one they did was about 360 something or 370 something. It's around the 300, so it is still low. So if you want to come to Canada, try that route. Don't try to spend 30,000, 40,000. You'll be stressed. You'll try to get a postgraduate work permit. Try to, especially if you're qualified for the express entry, you try to get like a postgraduate work permit. Try to look for sponsorship for PR. Trying to get an ITA. So people, they have to return back home to get working experience because they don't have enough working experience to be in Canada. they have to go back home, get experience, and try to apply from their home country. I just feel like, in my own opinion, that it is so stressful. So just do what is right from the start, so you don't, my father would say, so you don't fall into koto. So do what is right from the start so you don't make mistakes. And I hope this video you enjoyed it. Please do give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell, guys, to get notified every single time I post a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.